yeah, people. Can I get a hell yeah in the chat room? Welcome to another episode of the greatest podcast known to man. Stop Crying Poser. Shout out to Day Day, Big Cisco, W Stems, Day Day, Gyges, Infamy, Big Cisco, Polo, Toad, fucking way she goes, Bud, Gyges. I appreciate you guys for being here. Desert Rat, Mr. Jesus, iBook Boy. Another podcast. We are only 30 minutes late today. We try to do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It is exactly 4 o'clock on the dot. I have a lot of topics to discuss today, and for the first time in a long time, we have some news articles. If you guys remember way back in the day when Stop Crying Poser was just a baby of a podcast, we read articles every single episode, and oftentimes we would find spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes and sometimes sentences that didn't make sense at all. So we're going to find out today if that has changed as far as the local news websites and newspapers. Maybe they learned English. Maybe, probably not, but I'm happy to be here. It's been a little bit of a destructive week, but I haven't been spending money. So that's a good thing. I usually start this podcast saying like, oh yeah, I went out on Wednesday, I got too drunk, I was feeling shitty. No. This week, although I was drinking too much, it was all done right here on twitch.tv/ninja lifestyle. I've been doing these 7-8 hour streams. And here's the thing. If you stock my fridge full of Mike's Harder lemonade, they're going to have to get drank. And after you drink one, you say, okay, wouldn't mind another one. Then you drink two and you go, well, I need to finish off this flavor. Like, it comes in certain flavors. Like, oh, I got to finish all the lemon ones, or I got to finish all the strawberries. You drink another one. And then now you're a little buzzed. Now you're down in the dumps. Now you're down there with the prison wine that's been fermenting on the counter. You start drinking that. Next thing you know, you're dancing around with your dog to a song about cum. Because someone sent that video on Twitch. It's been a destructive week, but I'm still happy to be here. Still happy to be hanging out with you guys. I invented a saying the other day. Speaking of being drunk, if you guys remember that movie Boondock Saints, there's like a bartender in there who he always tries to say like a saying or like a phrase, and he always says it wrong. And I feel like a lot of the time that's me. I was trying to say this phrase the other day, and I still can't remember what it is, but I kept saying, shit on the pot or leave. And I was like, yeah, it's a situation where you just got to shit on the pot or leave. And I knew deep down that something in that phrase was wrong. But I also felt like, no, but the saying, it makes sense, shit on the pot or just leave. Apparently the phrase is shit or get off the pot. But they mean the same thing. You're either going to shit in the toilet or you're going to leave. Also, what a dumb saying. Of course you're going to do one of those two things. What else would you just be on the toilet for? I'm going to be on the toilet not shitting and I'm going to be there for the rest of my life. Of course, eventually you're going to leave. It's also like, I always talk about you can't have your cake and eat it too. What do you mean you can't have your cake and eat it? How would you eat it if you don't have it? Someone has to give you the cake. Or you have to make the cake. The cake has to be in your presence before you eat it. You are going to have it and eat it. Or you're going to have it and not eat it, and someone else will eat it. People need to rethink some of these phrases, dude. What's the other one? Hair of the dog. They say, oh, you're hungover today? Drink some alcohol. Why? Hair of the dog. What? Yeah, I don't know. Why did you say it? Someone said it to me one time. Well, now you're just spreading the misinformation. Hair of the dog that bit you. What does that mean? I don't know. The hair of the dog that bit you. A dog bites you and somehow the hair is helpful? That's not, even in real life, that doesn't make sense. And now suddenly it means something about alcohol? The hair of the dog. Well, okay, what, shit on the pot or leave? You can't have it and eat it. What? None of these make any sense. Jesus. That was my first topic. That was my first topic. I did want to do a short skateboarding topic since this podcast originally was like a skateboarding podcast and now we never talk about skating anymore. Someone gave me a good idea as far as, okay, how do I explain this? Gary Rogers did a show called Skateline and then got all these opportunities to be a commentator for Thrasher and for these contests, and then he got a commentating job for X Games and like Street League. And he's not the best commentator. He's a great hype man, he's a great announcer. Commentator, not so much. So I always say, like, hey, if you guys are ever looking for commentators, I'm kind of like an internet personality. I've been in skateboarding for a long time, skateboarding media, right? I'd be a good choice. Then I got to thinking, you know who else commentates on a lot of skating media is Gifted Hater. So eventually I'm going to pitch this idea to Gifted. Me and him have never really had a conversation, but I'll pitch this idea that next time there's a live Street League event, me and him jump on the mic together. You guys, if you're watching it on TV or you're watching it on Twitch or something, you fucking mute that shit, put that on mute, only listen to us. And I feel like that would be, I think that'd be really entertaining because he has his perspective on skating, which is quite a bit different than mine. But he's also like, he's more in tune with what's going on like recently, right? I remember when I did the Jankum article where again, no one paid me. I still have not been paid. When we did the Jankum article, the guy that interviewed me, Ben, he was asking me, he's like, so you don't keep up with skating very much? I'm like, no, not really. You know, I like my old skate videos and I do skateboarding. I watch, you know, Andy Schrock and John Hill and internet guys, but I don't know what's going on in real skateboarding. And he's like, so if I said the name hockey, I'd be like, I don't know what that is. It's a hockey game. And then I don't remember what he said, but he named a bunch of companies, and every single one I was like, sounds familiar. And he's like, oh, this is like the most popular company right now. You've never heard of it? I'm like, dude, no. Like, what? No. What is any of this? Well, he's like just naming like fruits and vegetables. First off, skateboarding companies, they used to be, okay, this is biased too. They used to be like some inspiring word, right? World Industries, Shorties, Spitfire. All the new companies are called like Eggplant, Lemon Juice, Knife. They're just weird, like one word, meaningless, that frog, just meaningless animals and vegetables. What that doesn't inspire like anything thought provoking. That doesn't make me want to go skate. I can't imagine what their graphics look like. Oh yes, I can. They're terrible. So wait, why am I talking about that? What? Oh yeah, the commentation. The commentary idea. I think it'd be a good idea. I just have to eventually pitch that idea to Gifted Hater. We tried to do something like that many years ago, before Stop Crying Poser. I remember it was actually on Ustream, which I think Ustream might have even been on Justin TV, but I'm pretty sure it was on Ustream. We used to have this thing called Ninja's Friday Night Live show. Don't judge the name of it, okay? It was before like Twitch and like online like podcasts. It's before all that shit was popular. So anyways, I did a Street League like that one day, and it was pretty successful. I don't know why we stopped doing it. Maybe just, I'm going to be honest, probably because those events are on Saturdays, and my Saturdays are spent drinking on the couch with the boys, hanging out with my dogs. So maybe that's why. At some point, I should take the internet thing a little bit more serious. I should be able to turn down a UFC night drinking with my friends and eating pizza to do internet fucking commentary. Okay, yeah, right, dude. I almost said that with a straight face. What else has been going on? I got a great idea the other day, and then someone else pitched the exact same idea to me, and I said, well, if you're having a great idea and I'm having a great idea, then I know mine's not crazy now. I should make shorts to wear on my legs. No, I should make shorts from the podcast. Every once in a while, I go on these really, I would say, entertaining rants. I don't want to like butter myself up. Every once in a while on this podcast, I'll just go completely freestyle an idea or a thought, and it will be entertaining, and we'll start laughing, or I'll say something wrong, or I'll think of a joke that just came out of nowhere. And if I could turn all those moments into YouTube shorts, I think it would help my subscribers and shit go up, and my views, because shorts are very popular right now on YouTube. I think we tried to do shorts and reels when Instagram was paying good money for reels. I had a really hard time getting videos to be like widescreen and turning them from widescreen to like cell phone shape. Would it would be like 9:16? I had a really hard time figuring out how to do that. But now I can do it straight on the phone. I don't really need any editing skills. I can crop it directly on the phone. So there's no reason for me to not be doing shorts. And especially from the podcast, you know, I'm going to be editing the podcast anyways. It'd be the same thing like when we stream on Twitch, something funny happens, I hit the clip button. I got to figure out some way to know, or maybe hire someone to go through and watch the podcast. Why would I hire someone to do that? Maybe I should just tell someone, hey, go in the comments like, hey, if you watch the podcast every single Sunday or whatever on YouTube, please, if you don't mind, if you're watching it all the way through, timestamp the moments that you thought were entertaining. Then I can go back into it, look at the timestamps, go to my editing program, cut those parts out and make it into YouTube Shorts. I think that would be a great idea. Moving on, let's check out the news today. Indictment alleges man threatened mass shooting at Golden Knights Stanley Cup game in Las Vegas. So I looked at this photo and I said, I went to an event like this. I went to one of these games. I thought to myself, I went to game 5. Oh man, good thing that didn't happen on game 5. Well, don't worry, because the third line says Las Vegas police arrested DeSavio hours before game 5 was set to begin at T-Mobile. So this guy had planned to commit a mass shooting, right? Terrorism, burglary, and stalking is what I guess they put him in jail for. Dude, I was like, so you can see this photo. I was way over here in the back. But the guy showed up, I think. He showed up without any guns. He's probably just a crazy person, but let's read. Police and prosecutors said this guy, in a series of rambling text messages, phone calls, and social media posts, threatened to shoot up the hockey game in a massacre that would rival the October 1 mass shooting on the Strip. That mass shooting, the deadliest in modern American history, left 60 dead and hundreds more injured. So it's funny that we can look at this and laugh, but if this guy could do the things that he's like threatening to do, it would have been a really rough game 5, and we might not have won the Stanley Cup. I'm joking. You know how mad I would be if I got shot at a fucking hockey game? Like on the scope of like things that are unlikely to happen, I would be so mad. Also, it's, you know what, dude? It was June. It's way too hot for a mass shooting, man. It's 110 degrees outside, and you're worried about this? Go drink a lemonade, calm down, put your feet in some pool or something. Jeez, man, we're gonna ruin the hockey fans' days. I don't know. So anyways, I survived an almost mass shooting. The PTSD is overwhelming. I'm kidding, I'm joking, but it's a crazy thing to read today. Also, June, how many months ago was that? Like 4 months ago, they're just barely talking about this on the news. I gotta find out 4 months later that I'm lucky. Anyways, we watched this video. 2 shot. One of them is dead following an attempted break-in at a home in central Las Vegas Valley. All right. Police were called to this street near Desert Inn and Rainbow around 9 a.m. They're doing break-ins before breakfast. That would be a hell of a mixtape. Break-ins before breakfast. Anyways, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. Officers say they received a 911 call reporting a break-in involving 2 men wearing masks and dark clothing. The son of the caller got a gun and fired on the suspects. One was hit and killed. Sorry. The second suspect jumped a wall and took off in a gray sedan. A short time later, police got word of a reckless driver in a car matching the suspect vehicle. That same car was involved in a crash with 2 other vehicles. The driver of that car had a gunshot wound to his leg, connecting him to the alleged break-in. So I'd say this is a great story. I talk about this all the time, right? We're gonna have another article, by the way, that's gonna echo exactly what I'm about to say. Crime decreases. Okay, in theory, crime decreases when criminals face worse consequences, like bigger jail time, more death, more like the more times that people break into a home and get killed, the less times the next criminal is gonna, like, they're gonna think about that next time they want to break into somewhere. You know, I would want to break into that house with you, bro, but Steve got shot and killed last week doing the same thing. I think maybe I'll rain check on the criminal activities breaking into other people's houses. And you know what I think I'll do instead? Maybe go get a fucking job. Because you would think that a lot of the people breaking into these places, you know, maybe they need something. They need more money, or they need food to feed their family. But a lot of times they're just bored, right? The fucking internet went out and I can't play fucking Madden on TV. Let's go break into someone's house. Well, you might die. And I think that's okay. And what's scary is I don't know, all the conspiracy guys are going to be like, hey, one day it's going to be illegal to kill someone breaking into your house. And in some places it's really gray area shit. But that's the end of civilization right there. As soon as the criminals have absolute immunity and it's just free for all, criminals can break into anywhere and do anything, then at that point it's time to become a criminal, right? Didn't we talk about that the other day? When someone's stealing a bunch of food from the grocery store, they're stealing all the lobsters and steaks. If you run up to their car and just stab their fucking tire, they shouldn't be mad, because it's crime day. Everyone's committing crimes, right? Like you're committing crime, I'm committing crime, we're both committing crime, and no one's mad, right? Because you certainly didn't have any problem fucking up, like, you know, stealing or bothering anyone or pushing a security guard. You didn't have any problem. Now, I don't have any problem slashing your tires. We're both the same. We're cut from the same fucking, we're the same bread. Two of the same bread. If you guys remember that joke. This chick told me that people from New York are a different bread because she didn't know how to spell the word breed. Fucking great, dude. Can we take a short moment to do trivia? Would you guys like to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? Would you like that? Sent directly to the American home of your choosing. That being said, if you live in Sweden, you probably won't be able to win the sticker pack because the shipping would be too much, right? To ship this tiny little couple of stickers, it costs $5, $10, $20. Fuck that. In America, you know what it cost me? I forgot, but I bought a bunch of stamps that have little skateboards on them. I think it costs like 51 cents or 71 cents, something like that. I give away free stickers. No other podcast does that. So here is the trivia question. First one to type in the answer correctly will win these stickers. The question is, this person born July 24th, 1897, disappeared July 2nd, 1937. This person was an American aviation pioneer and writer. This person was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She set many other records. She was one of the first aviators to promote commercial air travel, wrote best-selling books about her flying experiences, and was instrumental in the formation of the 99s, an organization for female pilots, during an attempt at becoming the first woman to complete a circumnavigational flight of the globe in 1937 in a Purdue-funded Lockheed Model 10E Electra. This person and her friend Fred disappeared over the central Pacific Ocean near Howland Island, never to be seen again. Day says Amelia Earhart and no one else. Well, a guy just wrote the word Emilio. iBookBoy says I can't remember, and Mr. Jesus wrote Joe Biden. Can you imagine if Joe Biden... Well, Joe Biden actually, in his defense, looks like he was also born in 1897. Anyways, Day is the winner, which is ironic because Day won last week, and I forgot to send him his stickers. So Day is going to get extra stickers this week. And don't forget that this is the only podcast in the world giving away Ninja Lifestyle stickers all the time, every episode. They're free. All you have to do is be smart. And you don't even have to be smart, actually. All you have to do is use Google and cheat. Next article, this is like national news, right? Happening straight out of Las Vegas. 2 juveniles aged 17 and 16 stole a car and then filmed themselves driving and stealing the car. And as they're driving around in this car, they're purposely crashing into other cars on purpose, just on a fun joyride. And then they see someone riding a bicycle down the street, and they film themselves running over this person on a bicycle and killing them. Some old man just out riding his bike, having a good time. And they filmed the entire thing. And eventually they got caught because these kids, you know, obviously the whole thing's on video of them murdering someone and laughing about it. And big like outrage here. You know, people are calling for the death penalty, which is kind of weird for a 16-year-old. But if you've seen the video, they really want to just go out and kill people. They think they're in Grand Theft Auto, driving around, crashing into cars, killing human beings for fun, laughing, giggling. They know what they're doing is wrong, and then they plan their escape, and of course they get caught because they posted the whole fucking thing online. Anyways, one of the guys that got caught, similar to what we were just talking about, he made these comments. He said, "You think this shit is gonna do something? I'll be out in 30 days. I'll bet you. It's just hit and run. Slap on the wrist." Now, even though he's only 17 years old, he kind of already knows the justice system. There's a lot of places in America where you go out there, you kill someone, you laugh about it, and you literally go to jail for only 30 days. That's why every day we come on, you know, we look on these news websites for California and Vegas and all in Chicago. It says, convicted murderer, murders his third victim. He was first arrested for murder in 2009, and then he was again arrested for murder in 2015, and now in 2023, he's done his third murder. And you go, wow, no jail time. No jail time for the murderer? Hopefully I won't be number 4, because he's certainly going to be out soon. And this kid has already picked up on that, right? He already knows that he murdered someone. It's on video, so he can't do the whole like, I was at my mom's house. I wasn't out joyriding. No, you're on video. You filmed yourself committing a murder, so you can no longer do the whole like, maybe I have maybe I can pretend I was over here, or I can set up, what do you call that when you're an alibi? No, there's no alibi. You're on footage doing this, right? So he already knows that. He knows he's caught. He knows he's going to jail for fucking murder, and he still has this attitude, 30 days, I'm out of here. So you can imagine that a lot of people, I want to say in Las Vegas, but a lot of people in the world are really fucking mad about this. But it's also dividing people, right? Because everyone's turning this into some big racial thing. Also, I was reading today that they put him down in his booking information. They put him down as a white guy. He's clearly not a white guy. And they put this guy down as on one of the articles, they put this guy down as a white Hispanic, which is like, this guy's clearly black, which doesn't have any bearing on the case. But people are already twisting this shit into some weird political shit. And then, like everyone disagrees. You know, a lot of people are like, well, they are juveniles. Maybe they shouldn't get in too much trouble. Maybe they'll have a second chance at life. But then it's like, well, but the video, the small detail, we have this video, right? They're giggling and laughing at someone dying. Most people would be horrified, right? So it would be a totally different video if they ran someone over and said, oh, fuck, dude, why'd you do that? No. Damn it, man. Fuck. We're gonna get in trouble. You shouldn't have swerved, man. Or where'd that bicycle come from? But that wasn't the conversation. It was, hold on, I'm recording. Get ready to hit that guy. Fuck him. Fuck that dude. So it's annoying to see how everyone's getting like politically like twisted up over this. Also, one of the articles, even though that it was clearly a murder, right? Clearly a car hit this. One of the articles on all the conspiracy guys like front page said, biker was killed in bike crash, and then in the headline there was no mention of car, no mention of murder, no mention of a video. They made it seem like the guy hit a fucking banana peel, spun out, and then had a stroke. No, he was having a great time until he was immediately killed. Anyways, there was another thing too. Oh, a lot of people think that these guys are only getting caught because the guy that they killed was a retired cop from another state, from a whole nother city. So everyone's like, well, if it wouldn't have been a cop, no one would care. It's like, no, I assure you, that guy being a cop has nothing to do. It all comes down to the video. Okay, it's one of those videos. If you guys haven't seen it, maybe think about watching it if you don't want to watch it. It's gonna make you fucking sick. Anyways, this guy really fucked himself over with this quote. You think this is gonna do something? I'll be out in 30 days. I bet you. It's just a hit and run, slap on the wrist. This guy's going to jail for even longer now. He fucked himself up, right? What do they say? Like, anything you say can and will be held against you. This quote is going to get brought up in court. It's a shame that these guys threw away their entire lives being so young. Like, it really is a shame, but I have no empathy for these motherfuckers, man. It's a terrible fucking story. Super, super terrible story. Anyways, I have another terrible story that you guys, I kind of want to ask your guys' advice on something. So let me first tell the story. It's kind of funny. It's kind of sad. The other day, I took the dog out for a walk. The weather's been really good. Right now, the weather says it's 86 degrees outside. Beautiful, beautiful weather, other than the mosquitoes. It rained last week, so there's mosquitoes everywhere, and these are some mean mosquitoes. They've never been fed in their life. Usually mosquitoes don't even exist here. We have some crazy mosquitoes lately, and they're really bothering me. Anyways, I put on some pants because if I wear shorts, these dumbass mosquitoes will bite me. And I go and I set off on an adventure with my dog. I bring my skateboard. My dog's pulling me down the street. I'm having a great time. I turn left. I go down the other street. And I say, you know what? The weather's so nice. I'm going to go farther away. I'm going to make this an extended dog walk. Longer than usual. Usually my dog walk is like 10 minutes. I'm going to make this a 20-minute dog walk. So I go down a street that I usually don't go down. First thing that happens is a dog comes from out of nowhere and runs up on me and my dog, which is kind of scary because I don't know where this dog came from. I don't know if it's playful, angry, happy. Dog attacks, comes at me. I fucking yell at him. He runs over 5 houses away. And then I see this guy working on his car. Well, apparently, when you're outside in your front yard working on your car, you also have the liberty to let your dog fucking run free and attack people. So that's fucking annoying. Like, what am I doing? Like, am I stupid for having my dog on a leash? Or are you, or did I not know whose street this was? I didn't know it was the whole street belonged to this guy who lets his dog fucking run off and fuck off other people's houses. So anyways, I get past them. The guy notices that his dog's fucking with me, calls his dog over, puts his dog in the backyard. I say, oh, well, that crisis averted. I skate for another 50 yards. Another dog comes out of nowhere, does the exact same thing. This time there was no people around. I fucking make a menacing fucking face at the dog. Fuck out of here. You know, like, fuck you. Hey, get out of here. Yelling at the dog. That dog eventually fucking goes away. Cool, fine. I walk 50 more feet. A third dog from a separate house. Another dog runs up on my fucking dog and me. And at this point, I'm fucking mad. I scream at the dog. Get out of here. Get out of here. You know, screaming at him. And my dog thinks he's in trouble because I'm yelling. My dog doesn't realize I'm trying to protect us. So my dog curls up in the fetal position and lays down, which makes him look like a bitch to the other dog. Now the other dog, if he didn't want to attack, now he definitely wants to attack more because now in his dog mind, he's even more alpha than he was before. So like, fuck, dude, now the dog's even more mad. I got a pistol in my pocket. I'm like, am I gonna have to kill a fucking dog today? Third time's the charm? What is wrong with these fucking dog owners? Why are you letting your dogs just fuck off around the neighborhood all over the place? And guess what? If your dog gets hit by a car, I bet they're gonna blame the driver. If I shoot your dog in the middle of a dog attack, they're gonna blame me? What do you just hate your dog? You're gonna put your dog in that much danger all the time? So, here's my question for you guys. Someone in the Twitch chat, when I told this story, recommended pepper spray. And I said, wow, that's actually a great idea. So after this podcast, I'm going to go on Amazon and get pepper spray. And I don't want to seem like an evil person that hates dogs. But if a dog fucking runs up on me, I'm itching to spray this fucker. And it's not because I don't like the dog, okay? It's because somehow the owner has to figure out that this is bad for the dog. And then, okay, I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I'm itching to pepper spray a dog. That's not what I meant to say. I'm basically, if no one's gonna fucking do anything, at some point, dude, what? A kid has to get bit for someone to care? Fuck that dog. Fuck these angry dogs that are roaming out free. I get it. Every once in a while, a dog can get out. Oh man, that sucks. Your dog is missing. If your dog is missing, I would hope that you'd be out searching, honking your car horn, going in circles around the neighborhood, you know, calling your neighbors, trying to figure out where your dog is. But when you leave your dog in the front yard with the fence completely open, with no fucking care in the world, I don't know, dude. I kind of don't have any... I'm not going to feel bad when your dog gets pepper sprayed for attacking my fucking dog. Also, why am I the only one following the fucking rules? There's nothing that makes me more mad than I'm the only one following the rules and I lose. I follow the rules and I get fucked. I follow the rules. What do I get from that? My dog gets bit, and then worst case scenario, I report these fuckers. My house gets a brick through my window. I get counter sued for some civil bullshit lawsuit. Like everything goes bad for me, but I'm the only one doing the right thing. Again, fucking make it free for criminals. And I'm sure that's not how it would necessarily play out, but that's where my mind goes. My mind goes straight to worst case scenario. I'm gonna get bit. My dog's gonna get bit. I'm gonna fuck up this dog. I'm gonna get a fucking animal abuse charge. My dog's gonna have fucking one eyeball left, and his ear's gonna get ripped off. And my beautiful, sweet, handsome boy is gonna be a fucking Frankenstein dog. Why? Because I followed the rules. God, I hate that, dude. The whole idea just makes me mad. So I guess I was asking for you guys, what would you do? I guess what I was asking you guys is, do you think that that's taking it too far, the pepper spray? But now that I've explained it out loud, no, it's not fucking taking it too far. Taking it too far is forfeiting, is you not caring about your dog, right? So it's 110 degrees out here in the summertime, right? If you leave your dog in the backyard with no shade and no water and no food, and I look over the backyard and I call the police, I call animal control, they're going to come and they're going to take your dog away for animal abuse because your animal is in a situation where it's unsafe. Well, I should be able to call them when you put your shitty dog in the middle of the street because you're allowing your dog to be in a situation that's very unsafe. If it was a kid, they would take your fucking kids away. If your kid was in the middle of the street, unattended, like just running around, and if your kid had the ability to attack people, it would be even worse. Like if you had a baby in the middle of the street, they'd take your fucking kids away. And I would pepper spray your fucking kid. Okay. I'm not okay. We're going to get demonetized any second now. But the point is, I'm frustrated, right? I'm frustrated, and now I don't want to go down that street ever again. I probably won't go down that street ever again, because here's the thing. It didn't happen once in a blue moon. It happened 3 times in 5 minutes. No one over there cares. 3 times in 5 minutes. And at this point, those dogs must have all ran into each other. They must be like the neighborhood dogs that all know each other. So, like, of course, if they see another dog, they're all going to jump my dog. Man. It's ridiculous. Can I talk a little bit about movies? I watched like the first part of Terminator the other day because I downloaded a bunch of movies and I'm like, this movie's not that good. I prefer Terminator 2. So I downloaded Terminator 2 and I played it. As I'm watching Terminator 2, I'm realizing this is kind of a dumb movie. I can't think of anything specific, but I remember throughout the movie there was these moments where I was like, a robot wouldn't do that. A robot wouldn't say that. A robot wouldn't act like that. At one point, fucking Arnold gets stabbed through the back and his power source like dies and his red glowing eyeball turns black and he's like completely off. And it's like, oh no, like a pivotal moment. The Terminator's been destroyed. And then with no explanation, he just comes back awake and on the screen it says alternate power source activated. Did you run out of, like, did the writers go on strike in the middle of the movie and you just started making shit up? The Terminator's completely dead. And then you just made up, like, magical power source. Like, you might as well have had a shooting star go by and the kid goes, I wish Terminator was alive. And then he goes, what horrible writing. What horrible writing. Throughout the entire movie, there's just bad writing. A bunch of things that would never happen. Not that, I get it, okay? Here's my thing. I can watch Back to the Future and be like, oh, like complete fantasy movie. But then when I watch Terminator, I start watching it as if, oh, like this could really happen. Oh, robots and time travel and war and I'm like, oh, cool. Like, man, like I start to suspend my disbelief, and then some dumb shit happens where the fucking robot comes back to life from the magical, never spoken of before alternate power source. Whatever. It's bad movie. Bad movie. Don't like it. What else has been going on? I went to Jack in the Box the other day. Here's what I thought. I thought I was going to be visiting the Jack in the Box of my childhood. I thought I was going to be... How stupid of me. I thought I was going to visit a place that had a dollar menu. What an idiot. Holy fuck. A dollar menu? In this economy? My God. The thought of a dollar menu. Absolutely not. There's not a fucking thing on that menu. $1. The cheapest thing they had was $1.89 for a single pickle. I don't remember what it was. The cheapest thing they had, I got some tacos. Tacos used to be 2 for $1. First off, if you look at what's in the taco, it's grease. It's grease and 1 gram of meat. And then, oh God, the disrespect to Mexican people everywhere. And then they put a slice of American cheese, not shredded cheese, a triangular slice of flat cheese. The disrespect, the deception, chicanerous and churlish, disgusting. I get the 2 tacos, 98% grease, 1% meat, 1% cheese slice. I get 2 of those. That cost me fucking $8 for these tiny shitty fucking grease balls. Then I get some chicken sandwiches. They last me like, I spend $12. You spend $12 at Taco Bell, you're not gonna need to eat for 7 days. And Taco Bell, arguably, the quality of the food feels better. And I'm not saying that just because I like Mexican food more. The quality of Taco Bell food feels better. All right, the craftsmanship of a quesadilla. It seems like more work was taken in that than when I look at, for example, a Jack in the Box grease taco. Anyways, the prices, I guess my whole point of this was the prices have gone way up at fucking Jack in the Box. I'm probably never going back. My question, oh shit, I forgot about this topic, had a part 2. I've been shitting lettuce for 3 days. I only had 2 pieces of lettuce. I had 2 chicken sandwiches. Each one had 1 paper thin sheet of lettuce. The lettuce must multiplied in my body. Okay? I've been shitting straight black liquid gang lettuce particles. First off, why are they putting undigestible food into the hamburger? Why would they put something in the hamburger that the human body cannot digest? It comes out in the exact same shape, flavor, color, flavor, the same flavor. Don't ask me how I know. It came out the same flavor as it went in. Liquid gang, dude. Belly problems for 2 straight days, dude. And here's my thing. If I'm getting belly problems, usually that's because I skimped on the money. I went to a place that was like low quality, low cost. At Jack in the Box, you pay for diarrhea. You pay extra. There's a diarrhea tax that goes on top of your meal, because usually it'd be like, oh fuck, I had nothing but Taco Bell for 2 days. Oh, you're gonna have some weird shit, right? You're gonna have some weird poops because that Dorito taco that only cost $1 is made from a bunch of weird artificial shit. A taco is not supposed to be bright red anyways. So you've already signed the agreement to where I'm going to have diarrhea. Thank you. Shaking the hand. I understand. And I will still eat this. You go to Jack in the Box, you're paying prices for a damn platinum burger encrusted in diamonds, and I still have to shit my pants for 3 fucking days? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. My question for you guys is, as far as bang for your buck, I already brought up Taco Bell. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the best value fast food out there? We have McDonald's, right? You can still get, I think, two spicy chickens for $3. So let's say you go there with $9, you can get 6 hamburgers, and that's more than enough. Even if you're really hungry, most people are not going to be able to put down 6 of those things for $9. Pretty good price. $9 at Jack in the Box. I don't know. You might get 2 sandwiches. Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, if you guys have those, you spend $9 there, you barely get a used napkin. Everything on that fucking menu is fucked. If you guys have Fat Burger, there's a Fat Burger. I drove through the drive-thru. I immediately, I backed, I jumped over the curb and said, absolutely not. They had like a triple hamburger for like $27 at Fat Burger. So some 16-year-olds making this okay, you know, we're not gonna go there. It ain't a $27 hamburger, okay? iBookBoy says McDonald's double quarter pounder is legendary value. Day Day says Sonic. I haven't had Sonic in a long time. I thought Sonic was mostly famous for their like slushy drinks, right? Also, I don't really trust anywhere where everyone's rolling. I don't trust anywhere that employs mostly fruit booters to make my food. Like you can't be good at both, right? You can't be good at making a quality hamburger and be doing a back 360 on rollerblades. You can have one, you can't have both. As far as the slushies go, I'm sure those are pretty good, right? I think the hype of Sonic is that you get to see someone fall. That's half of the hype, right? Like maybe again, like a shooting star, like, oh boy, like maybe I'll get lucky, someone will fall down and spill like a limeade all over themselves. That's half of it. I always wondered though, speaking of Sonic, I always wondered if I could go over there and get a job. Not really. This is fake. This is a bit. I would never fucking work at Sonic, not in a million years. But if I could go there and ride my skateboard, like skateboard over with like the tray, like here you go. Okay, I'm gonna skateboard away. I'll see you later. Instead of rollerblading. Sonic also seems like one of those places where you can't work there for 30 years. At some point at Sonic, rollerblading, you're gonna have some career-altering injury, falling off a curb, bending your elbow back, breaking your hip or something. Not a lot of people have that 30-year Sonic like pedigree. They're not handing out those certificates very often. At Sonic. Who else? Wendy's. Wendy's, nuts are in your mouth. Wendy's, I gotta go back and try Wendy's. The reason I respect Wendy's is because the reason I thought I still respected Jack in the Box is last time I believe I went to Wendy's, I think I got something that had bacon on it. And bacon is a thing of the past, right? I think something had bacon on it and it was still under $2. Which you go to Jack in the Box, you get something with bacon on it, you're gonna have to take out a second mortgage on your house. You're gonna have to sell the kids. You're gonna have to put your car up. You're gonna have to pawn your PS5 to get anything with bacon at Jack in the Box. The prices have skyrocketed. Anyways, I guess first off, you shouldn't be even eating fast food, right? I make these cooking videos on YouTube. Learning how to cook was not only like the best thing for my life. Not that I'm a great cook, but learning the basics of feeding yourself and having the ability to make a cool meal. For example, to make for like a date or something. Maybe you're trying to save money. Cook for your date. You'll save money. The food is better. You control what happens to it. And no one ever forgets the pepperoni when you're the one making. When I'm the one making the pizza, the pepperoni never mysteriously gets forgotten. Domino's. No one accidentally forgets to put something on the pizza when I'm the one making it. Only when you motherfuckers try to make a simple 3-item pizza. So that's the other good thing about cooking for yourself. Anyways, last couple topics here. I was thinking about surfing. I love watching surfing. I don't know anything about surfing. I was thinking it'd be cool to just go get a plane ticket. I have all these free travel points. Get a plane ticket to somewhere in California. Just have a backpack, no plan, swim trunks, and for one day, go out there like 7 in the morning, come back at like 9 p.m., go out there, get somebody to feed my dog, leave my dog here. Nick will come over and feed my dog, or Ward, one of my buddies, come over, feed the dog. I go out there. I got to find someone who knows how to surf, who knows the rules of surfing, because I'm not trying to get beat up by a bunch of tan, buff white boys in fucking Huntington Beach or whatever. But I got to find someone who will teach me like the rules and then the technique. And then I feel like I could do it. You give me a wave. I'm not trying to hit the Maverick, right? I'm not trying to hit Jaws, giant eddy swell. You give me a wave that's about this tall. Put me in a wave this tall. I can learn right there. And also, here's my thing. I watched all these places where they surf. They're really crowded. What if I don't know how to turn that good? I was watching this guy surfing yesterday on YouTube. He's surfing. He's having to weave through people that are swimming. He's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to hit that guy. Me? I'm barely learning. I don't know how to avoid hitting you. I got to jump off. Also, I don't even know We did look it up. The surfboard rental is pretty cheap. I think I can get the surfboard. I don't know how cold the water is. Do I need to rent a wetsuit? I almost said a sweatsuit. Do I have to rent a sweatsuit also? How cold is the water? I don't know. It's summertime. You got to rent the wetsuit. I don't know. Gotta figure something out, man. I want to do this before I get too old. I'm getting old. All the fun times are gonna be gone one day. I feel it right now. Today, this summer, I was begging my friends to go to the cliffs and jump off the cliffs into the water. To go to Nelson's Landing, Las Vegas cliff jumping. No one wants to do it. Everyone's in their 30s. They have kids. They have back pain. Like, I'm like, fuck, I have back pain too. But there's gonna be a day, one day, where we can never do this again. So let's go fucking jump off the goddamn cliff, begging people to do that. No one will do it. So no one's gonna fucking come surfing with me. No one's gonna do any of this fun shit with me that in my the last few golden years that I have left. Whatever. Speaking of that, speaking of the most depressing topic of my life, I'm gonna have to get a job soon. I'm not talking about a blowjob, but I am gonna need a blowjob soon also. Probably gonna have to get a job soon. The Twitch money is going okay. The YouTube money is getting lower and lower and lower. I no longer do Cake Muscle, which, let's be honest, that was a failure for the last 2 years. Cake Muscle was a failure anyways. We had a couple of like, every once in a while I'll be streaming on Twitch. I'll get some insane donation and I'll just be like, holy fuck, dude, that made my whole month. So those insane donations have come to they've come to a stop. Not a big deal, right? You guys don't owe me anything. You don't owe me anything. But I'm gonna have to get a job soon, and what I think, I want you guys to tell me, because you guys have been out there in the world, what's a job that I can do that I'll make a ton of money, that's easy, that I'm smart enough for, like, that won't make me miserable. Because if I go back in time, the slot machine job was okay half the time, but the other half of the time I wanted to fucking die. And then I go back to event security. Event security was okay, but then the other half of the time, I wanted to die. Working at the mall when I was really young, half the time, wanted to die. Like, I have friends that go to their jobs, right? Hairdresser or fucking makeup or fucking cleaning swimming pools. And they're like, oh, I just go out and I do this shit and it's not a big deal. I put on a podcast, I do my work and it's over. And I'm like, what? How? Like, yeah, all these people make good money. How do I do all this shit? Without having to learn something. Yeah, I guess everyone's saying like, oh, find a trade, lifeguard. I can't swim that good. UFC, yeah, UFC's not gonna pay me shit. Also, UFC just merged with the WWE. And I was reading they cut 100 jobs. So the jobs that they did have that were open now no longer exist. Wax genitals, yeah, okay. Security pays nothing. I told you guys the story of when I first got my security gun card, which is long since expired, probably expired fucking 10 years ago. They offered me a job where I was surely going to die. They offered me a job that was in the most dangerous neighborhood ever. I didn't even get a car. They were going to give me a security bicycle. I was going to be riding around drug-infested ghetto, like gang territory, riding in circles, telling people that, like, they're parked in illegal places and shit. They were going to pay me. Guess how much they were going to pay me? Guess how much they were going to pay me an hour? Guess how much money they were going to pay me to literally risk my life? Guess. And this is after I negotiated it. $13. They were going to pay me $13 an hour to go out there and die. And that was after I lied about how much I was making at my other job. They were like, I can probably do 12, and I was like, well, I make 13 just sitting in an air-conditioned booth. Why would I ride a bicycle in 110-degree sunlight in a gang neighborhood surrounded by tweakers with a gun on my hip in the hot summer or in the dead of night where I'm dying? Why would I do that for the same exact price as me in an air-conditioned building pressing a button and going, have a nice day? Why would I do that? And he's like, okay, fine. I'll give you 13. I was like, okay, fine. Thanks, but no thanks. I'll take my certification and fuck off. So I don't know. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, maybe you have some job ideas. I've been thinking maybe I could do like customer service for some shit. I knew a guy that did customer service for an airline, and he just put on his headset, right? I got my microphone, put on his headset, sits at his computer in his house. I might be wrong. I think they might have actually sent him his own computer to do this job. and I think I can handle that, right? I'm a good speaker for the most part. I'm good on the computer. So here's the thing, I could be editing videos. My first thought is always editing videos, but I don't have any editing certificates. And a lot of the times when I apply for these editing jobs, even if they're very simple jobs, they all require motion graphics. Like I gotta know how to 3D model a fucking Shrek character. I don't know how to do that. That takes months and months and months and months to learn how to do some shit like that. Maybe we can try and do that one day. Maybe we can try to learn how to animate live on Twitch. I can take all the classes with you guys, like free online YouTube classes. Anyways, if anyone has any job recommendations, let me know in a comment. That's the whole podcast for today. I thought this was going to be a short podcast, but I really got to ranting over there. Can I get a oh, hell yeah from everybody in the chat who chose to tune in live right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you tuned in late today for the live stream, don't worry, because the podcast also comes out on YouTube, on iTunes, on Podbean, on Spotify, so you can go back and watch the whole episode if you want to. You can also tell a friend about the podcast. You can donate money. If I made you laugh, you can donate $2 or $3. It would maybe almost be enough for a napkin at Jack in the Box. Probably not enough. Shout out to Day Day, Gyges, Mr. Jesus, Chillin' Pete, iBook Boy, Infamy, Day Day, and whoever else we got in here lurking. I always appreciate you guys hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and as I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. I can't wait to go pepper spray a dog. I'm dumbass dog.